Hey guys, welcome back to Reality Charm. One thing Sister Wives fans always want to know is what happened to the Brown family's sons. From Logan to Gabriel, each of the boys have gone down very different paths. So today, we're taking an in-depth look at where the Sister Wives sons are in 2025. Before we jump in, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more Reality Charm updates. We've got all the latest on Sister Wives. Let's start with Logan Brown. Logan Taylor Brown was born May 21st, 1994 to Kody and Janelle Brown. He was the first baby in the family, and when he was born, they were literally living in a 3-bedroom trailer. As the very first Brown kid, he grew up with a unique role in the family. Hunter famously called him Johnny Appleseed because it was kind of like a nod to how he was just this perfect firstborn son. By the time Sister Wives premiered in 2010, Logan was already heavy into his teenage years and had spent much of his childhood helping Janelle raise 5 younger siblings, especially because she worked a lot at the time. There is a famous scene in season 1 where Logan makes breakfast for all of his siblings and wakes them up before school, and this is very much the essence of Logan. Logan was also the first of the kids to leave the house for college, and he attended the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV, where he studied kinesiology and later pursued a master's degree in business. He got his MBA. Anyways, Logan leaving for college was a huge storyline for the show, and it seemed like it was such a big deal for him to leave and some of the other siblings, but other siblings we didn't even know and they just left. Today, Logan is married to Michelle Petty, and the two tied the knot back in October 2022. In 2025, they live in Nevada, Las Vegas, living a private life while Logan works in the business world. Specifically, Logan works for a company called Travel Wealth. He stays away from the show and drama. Family members occasionally give us glimpses of him when they visit him or hang out with him. Word on the street is that Logan adopted a few of Garrison's cats, and according to Janelle, it's possible that Logan and Michelle may not want to have kids after all. And you know what? Logan's taken care of enough kids for a whole lifetime, so there you have it. Let's go to Hunter Brown. Hunter Elias Brown was born February 9th, 1997. He is the 3rd child of Kody and Janelle and the 6th Brown child overall. On Sister Wives, fans saw him as a somewhat quiet, somewhat more serious kid compared to some of his siblings, but he was also super athletic, and in one episode, he won the state wrestling championship. Hunter was one of the kids that really hated Vegas when they first moved, and it was a really hard adjustment for him. After graduation, he took a big step and enrolled at the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. This was a huge milestone for Hunter. Now in 2025, Hunter has pursued nursing as his career. He actually attended Johns Hopkins and currently lives in Vegas, ironically, the place he hated years before. He's very close to Janelle and his siblings. He did have a girlfriend for a while, but she seems to not appear in pictures anymore, so all signs point to he's single now. And though he keeps his personal life mostly private, he'll sometimes post pictures of himself with friends, hiking, exploring, or at a sports game, or with family or something. He likes to visit family often. Let's now talk about Robert Garrison Brown. So Garrison was born April 10th, 1998. He is the 4th child of Kody and Janelle and the 8th Brown child overall. On Sister Wives, fans often saw him crack jokes, get in fights with his brothers, or lighten the mood, or speak against Kody and Robin at times. As a teen, he joined the Nevada National Guard, but it was during the pandemic that Garrison clashed heavily with his dad Kody over strict pandemic rules that were in place in the family. He wanted to work, live his life. I think he may have had a girlfriend, I don't know, but he was saving up to buy his own house, which he ultimately did buy. And in the saddest update of my whole video, so March 5th, 2024, Garrison died at the age of 25 in his house in Flagstaff, Arizona. His death was ruled self-inflicted after he had sent a few ominous texts to people, including production staff. It was reported that he'd been struggling with anxiety, depression, and alcohol use. He was sadly found by his brother Gabriel, and his funeral was documented on Sister Wives. Let's now go to Gabriel Brown. Gabriel was born October 11th, 2001. He is the 5th child of Kody and Janelle, and the 12th Brown child overall. Janelle had a lot of boys. From the time he was little, fans saw Gabe as a super fun-loving younger brother who still had a pretty sensitive side. On Sister Wives, viewers got to watch him grow up from a kid to a teenager. He was so little in these first seasons, but he grew up in front of our eyes. Gabe was one of the strongest voices against the family moving to Flagstaff, and he had at the time even refused to pack up his room or help. In high school, Gabriel showed a love for athletics, including wrestling like Hunter, but his teenage years became more complicated once the family moved to Flagstaff. He went to Northern Arizona University, and fans watched his heartbreaking storyline as he clashed with Kody for years, who seemed to not be there for Gabe in the way that Gabe needed Kody to be there for him, if that makes sense. In 2025, it seems that Gabe may have moved to Chicago and may now have a new blossoming relationship that, I mean, we don't know who the girl is yet. It's not public. With everything that Gabe has been through, he just deserves all the happiness in the world. So Gabe also has a Cameo account if anyone is looking to get like a birthday message or a message from him. Let's now go to Peyton Brown. Peyton was born August 7th, 1998 to Kody and Christine, making him Christine's only son and the 10th Brown child overall. From a young age, Peyton stood out. He was exceptionally tall and had a goofy, fun-loving personality. As he got older, Peyton became known for being outspoken and a little bit of a jokester. So Peyton joined the Army National Guard and has become one of the most vocal Brown kids online. In 2025, he's still active on TikTok. His account, is popular, and he shares behind-the-scenes stories about growing up in a polygamous family. He sometimes stirs controversy and gets headlines, but fans appreciate the honesty. And so do I. I love Peyton. Peyton relocated to North Carolina, settling into a new job and an apartment in Raleigh, which is close to Janelle, McKelty, and Madison. So there's been kind of an exodus to North Carolina in the family. Peyton, at this point, has confirmed that he's still estranged from his dad. Their last in-person conversation, according to him, occurred at Garrison's funeral in March 2024, an event that Peyton described as emotionally charged, and while he didn't really go into specifics, he said that the interaction with his dad did not go as well as it could have. So, Peyton was especially close with Garrison, and so I'm sure this has been extremely hard for him. Let's now talk about Dayton Jessop Brown. So Dayton is Robin's son from a previous marriage to David Jessup, but after Robin's divorce in 2007, she officially married Kody Brown in 2010, and a little bit after that, Dayton was adopted by Kody. As of early 2025, Dayton rumors are swirling about where he is, honestly. Some people seem to think that he's distanced himself from the Brown family, he doesn't appear on the show anymore, and some people think that he's now living in Texas. Rumors also suggest that he may have changed his name back to Jessup and moved back in with his bio father. But that is kind of unverified at this point. Throughout his time on the show, Dayton was also open about his diagnosis of high-functioning autism, and this has been discussed on the show as well. He also had a four-wheeler accident, which was well documented, and in one episode, he had the courage to get back on one to conquer his fear. Now, let's talk about the youngest son, Solomon Kody Brown, born October 26, 2011. His parents are Kody and Robin, and Solomon is Kody's 17th child and Robin's 4th. He is the youngest son of all the Brown children. As of 2025, Solomon is living in Flagstaff, Arizona with his parents and younger sister, Ariella May, who was born January 10th, 2016. Solomon has been featured on Sister Wives a lot since his birth, but less in more recent years. He seems to have a very close relationship with Kody, and basically he's still a minor living in the McMansion in Flagstaff, honestly. And so that's where all the Brown sons are in 2025. From Logan's private life in Nevada to Peyton's spilling tea, each one of them has chosen a very different path after Sister Wives. Some want nothing to do with reality TV, while others keep fans talking and still appear on the show. Which update surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want me to cover where the Brown daughters are in 2025, I could make that video next, or whatever special request you have. Please let me know. And look at this, guys. A lot of people are not subscribing to my channel, and I am on the road to 100K. So please, if you could take a moment, help me out and please subscribe to my channel. I would love that. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.